Well, good evening. It's about midnight or just past on Wednesday morning. I wanted to take a few minutes to reflect on what had just happened in my world the last 2 days and my students' world. We just finished our year-end recital, our second ever. We had one last night and we had one today as well. And I'm entirely lost for words. This experience has been unforgettable. We had an incredible show yesterday. The dancers were beautiful and the audience was so supportive, and it was incredible. It was just special to watch it blossom. And then today, I actually had a breakdown this morning. I was getting pretty frustrated with some of the systems that I had in place and didn't have in place, and the stress, if you want to call it that, was present, or at least I was kind of living in my future instead of actually just dealing with what is. And my best friend and I were grabbing a smoothie today, and right before we started to do more work, my horoscope actually said to enjoy the moment. And I really believe in the power of the universe or God or whatever is up there, this magical thing. Why in that moment in the metro today was my horoscope, enjoy the moment. And so I did. And the stress just kind of fell off me. I got everything done that I needed to do, a task at a time, and put myself on the headset so that I could watch my show unfold. And I'm really happy that I did that, because I became really present to the amount of love for what I do, the love for each other that Vela has brought to my life and many others' lives. And I got to experience what we'd been talking about for so long in class. Recently, if my students are watching, we have been discussing why we love to dance and what each of our pieces means to us, and what what we're trying to share with an audience. And I was witness to that tonight. I watched so many of my dancers leave their thoughts at the door and escape reality and share vulnerably whatever it was they were trying to portray. And even if it was just passion or heart, it was all there. And the audience had an incredibly great energy, and they fed off each other, and I'm really present to the amount of love that's in our community. I had been shutting out love for a really long time in my life, and that's another video for another day. And I hadn't at all been open to it. And last year, first year in recital, it was chaos. But don't get me wrong, it was awesome, but it was chaotic. And this year, I really got to experience it. And we went from 50 kids last year to multiplying that by over 3. And what was really powerful was I saw my team. I was getting a little bit anxious about this expansion because I didn't want to really take on a lot more kids, because I couldn't touch base with them all and be involved. I was just worried I was going to get overwhelmed with the number that we would have. But I realized it's not me. It's not about me. It's never been about me. It's been about my team. And my team is going to change the world with the kind of love that I experienced today. I'm creating the possibility of unconditional love for everyone, and finding that through movement and art. You know, the audience have got to experience young and old people with courage and passion and ambition and light up an entire room. And I'm so grateful that these people chose to experience that with me. And I actually truly deeply love every single one of them with my whole heart and soul. And I'm very fortunate. Even my mom is a part of my community. She danced on stage for the first time in I don't know how long, and what was even more special was that I got to dance with her. First time I've ever danced with my mom. Man, that was awesome. And what was beautiful was every girl felt like my sister, and every boy felt like my brother, and every parent involved felt like my parent. And we functioned with the same heartbeat and poured everything we had into an amazing 2 days. And I'm eternally grateful for the impact that that's had on my life, and the impact that that has had on all of my fam. I love what I do because it doesn't feel like doing. It just feels like being. I am so excited for what everyone involved is going to create in their futures. They're so powerful and so whole, and I'm just in awe. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up so that I'm not running this video on for 15 or 20 minutes like I did last time. To my students, to the parent volunteers, to my mom and dad and brother and sister and anybody else who's watching this, and to the people at Evergreen Cultural Center and anybody and everybody who supports me and all of my family, my BAM fam, thank you. Thank you for loving us, supporting us, and believing in us, and being a part of our family, and for allowing us the opportunity to share why we do what we do with you, and to just be free to be us on stage and backstage. So thank you. Thank you for changing my world and for making our world a better place by one tap step at a time. I'm just so present to the magic. Couldn't be happier.